Hey there, welcome back. Today we will explore a couple of more things related to lambda expression. So let's get started. In here, first of all, we would be creating a yet another class in our existing project where we have this public class already, but we will add a yet another class. It would be by the name of data maybe. And inside this class, we will simply have one property by the name of name itself, and this would be of type string. So let's quickly add the constructor for the same. I will right click, navigate to source and add the constructor using field. So this is done, and apart from that we won't require anything else, but let's do one thing. Let's also add the toString method that will help us. Here we go. So this looks good. Let's also add the getter method real quick. That will also be required, I suppose. So let's add in the getName method real quick, and now everything seems to be okay. Alright, so now moving forward, let's create a list of this type data. So in here, what we will do is we will type in list. This would be type of data. The name would be list equals new array list. Here we go. So this seems to be good enough. We need to also add the required import. So let's do that. All right. And now moving forward, let us add couple of entries. So I will type in list dot add, and we need to add on object of data type, and the name could be, for example, to start with my name. All right. And then let me copy this line of code and paste this couple of times. The second name could be like Ed, then it could be like Angelica, then it could be like Makbul, then maybe it could be like John, right? So a couple of names out there. And finally, let us also add in a for each loop. So it would be like for data colon, the name is list. So here we go. And moving forward, inside this loop we will simply print these names. So it would be like sysout, and inside the sysout we will call in data dot get name. Let me execute this program, and now we are getting the list of name. Now friends, we would like to sort this name, and how we can do that? Pretty simple. In here we can type in collections dot sort, right? And in here, if we try to add on and pass in this list and then try to execute this program, definitely there would be a crash, and it will say something like let me expand this a little. So it would be like the method sort list type t in the type collections is not applicable for the argument, and it provides the list, and the exact error is in line number 36. Now moving forward, if we check the suggestions which are provided by Eclipse, there are two versions of sort. And if we check the second version, in here we can pass on a comparator object so that we can add some custom sorting mechanism for our custom data, right? So in here we would be doing that. So in here we can type in new comparator, and as soon as we do this, Eclipse will start complaining, and if we hover upon this and try to implement the unimplemented method, then definitely we would be able to make use of our compare method. Now definitely there is some kind of issue because we need to compare the type data. So let's fix this issue. So it would be like data, and in here also data, and now our error should vanish. Now in here this particular fragment of code is little confusing, and till now I haven't added some logic as well. So let me first add some logic in here, and once we add some logic in here, we will definitely try to make use of lambda expression in order to simplify the fragment of code. Now let me get rid of this auto generator disturb, and in here we will simply type in return. Firstly, we will make use of O1, which is object1 dot get name dot compare to. Then inside the parameter, we will make use of O2 dot get name, and that's it. And this will solve our purpose, and using this we would be able to make use of our natural ordering, and our program will sort this list based on natural ordering. Now definitely we will proceed further and add some custom logic in couple of minutes. Now in here, moving forward, if we check this properly, the second parameter is what? The second parameter is instance of comparator type, right? Now moving forward, let us quickly check the documentation of comparator interface. The version is version 8, the documentation version is version 8, and moving forward in here, if we check, the first and the very important statement which we can easily identify in here is functional interface. This is a functional interface and can therefore be used as a assignment target for the Lambda expression or method reference. So very proper and clear message by Oracle documentation, which is cool. Now if we scroll down, then definitely there are many methods which are declared in here. In fact, there are many methods and there are couple of abstract method. So whenever we talk about Lambda expression, it's all about the abstract method which should be overridden. So in here, if we check in here, two abstract methods are there. First one is compare, which is the main method, and the second one is equals method. Now friends, you may again question me that in here there are two methods and these two abstract methods are available, so how can we make use of Lambda expression? Now friends, the best way of finding whether we can make use of Lambda expression or not is via documentation. And by the way, this equals method is a object level method which is available in here. Alright, so that's something cool. Now moving forward, the only thing which you need to know is that whenever you check the documentation, check a proper documentation. For example, in here we are making use of documentation for version 8. You can make use of any documentation which is above Java version 7. So it could be like 8, 9 or any other version of Java documentation unless it is above version 7. Alright, so let me minimize the documentation, and here is our program. Now there is a issue. In here we need to receive some value as a parameter. So how to handle this? Pretty simple. In here I will cut the list of parameters, and then I will also get rid of all the code which we have added. Alright, and here is our code. Now moving forward, I will add a comma, and in here inside this pair of parentheses we will make use of what? Lambda expression. So firstly we need to add pair of parentheses. So in place of pair of parentheses we need to add parentheses with parameters as well, right? Then the lambda what we say symbol, and then definitely we can add the code. So let's add the code real quick. So in here we will say return o1 dot get name. Now friends, in here the reason why we are not able to autocomplete because the integration of Eclipse with Lambda expression is not yet proper, so we won't be able to autocomplete, but we know what we need to do. So in here it would be like compare to, and we need to pass on o2 dot get name. Alright, so this looks good to me, and we need to make some certain changes as well. Alright, I suppose we won't be able to make use of this return if I am not mistaken, and alright, so this looks good. Even I have forgot couple of things, which is strange though. Alright, there is no need of semicolon because we have already added the semicolon at the end of this statement, and here we go. Let me execute this program and this should work, and this is giving us a proper result, which is fantastic. So this is the ease of lambda expression. We were able to shrink that large fragment of code into a single liner. Definitely we can add some other logic in here as well. Let's do that real quick as well. Now friends, before proceeding further, let me do one small little thing. Let me paste the fragment of code. So firstly, we were in here and we have converted this long fragment of code into a one-liner, which is fantastic, right? Now friends, this seems to be good enough, but there is a twist in the story, because for example, there are multiple statements in our compare method and we would like to do some other logical things inside our compare method. Then situation can differ a little. So let me show you how we can do that. First of all, we would be making use of braces. Now as soon as I introduce braces in here, let me format the code a little as well. Our Eclipse IDE will start complaining, and it will start complaining about some syntax related error. Now friends, the reason why we are getting this syntax related error is pretty simple, because in here we are making use of a syntax where we can make use of multiple statements, right? As a result, we need to introduce semicolons after every statement. Moreover, we won't be able to make use of any shorthand expressions. In here we need to provide complete statements, and if we check, this is not a complete statement. In here we need to make use of a return keyword. Let me make use of return keyword. As soon as I make use of the return keyword, our issue is vanished and we are able to execute the code. Let me show you. We can definitely execute the code, and here is the output, which is perfect. Alright, so this is cool. Now moving forward, let me also add a custom logic in here that will further add some confidence in you. So in here, let me type an if o1, which is object1 dot get name. In here Eclipse won't be able to help us because autocomplete with lambda expression is not optimized with Eclipse as of now. It would be introduced later down the line, so we need to type in things. So it would be like o1 dot get name length, length. This is an method, so it would be like this. Now if this is less than object2 dot get name dot length method, then we will return -1. All right, else if, and let me copy this fragment of code real quick and paste it in here, and let me make some small little changes in here. So this looks good. And finally, let's also add the else block, and inside the else block we will return 0. All right, now we would be able to sort this list based on the length of the string, so which is cool, right? So let me show you. Here we go. So this is working properly, which is fantastic. So again, this is a lambda expression, and this is how we can make use of lambda expression. Little confusing though, but when you will get familiar with lambda expression, this won't be any confusion furthermore. So this is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and do practice.